This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Coming at you with another video. This video here is on the Taurus G2c. It's a nice budget-friendly firearm. Now, I want to let people know that this G2c here is the updated version from the PT-111. The only thing mostly I've seen differently is that they took the little key lock that a lot of people didn't like off the slide. I didn't like that. But far as that, great, decent firearm. Have decent adjustable sights. Some could say that these sights here, to me, honestly, is a little bit better than the Glock standard sights. They're adjustable and stuff. So for to be a budget gun, it has some nice, decent upgrades on this gun that some of the higher price guns don't have. So I also have this loaded chamber indicator. So like I said, safety, when it comes to Taurus think about a lot of safety. Also have this safety lever here. When you're carrying, when we're around in the chamber, you can put the safety on for those who are not more comfortable than carrying around in the chamber. So honestly, when it comes to the G2c, it's just a great budget firearm. Now, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's get to the shooting. Let you see the recoil. Let you see that everybody worries about the trigger. The trigger makes no difference to me what the trigger is. If you get out and practice and shoot with the gun, the trigger is just fine. I'm talking about most of these guns that have heavy triggers. A lot of people need to understand it is built with safety in mind. If you want to carry around a light, real hair trigger on your firearm, then that's up to you. I'm talking about whatever. That's a personal preference. But I definitely don't want a hair trigger gun because something happened or anything, you never know, and that trigger is pressed, it can go off. Now, I like a heavy trigger for safety reason only. That's what I prefer, but to each their own. Now, but you're gonna see me shooting the gun with no problem whatsoever. In a self-defense situation, that trigger would not matter. I haven't known no situation in self-defense. I haven't heard a police officer or nobody complain about the trigger pull, the reason why they couldn't defend themselves with a handgun. I never heard nothing about nobody. Now, the only reason why a lot of people might focus on trigger in competition and stuff, I understand that. That's very reasonable. You want a lighter trigger and stuff like that to get shots on target very quick as possible. I understand that in competition. But in self-defense, I think that, the trigger is to me, is absent in that equation. It's more about the person getting used to the firearm and training with it. Now, with that said, let's get to the video. This is DC Channel Vlogs. We're at the range. We will be shooting the Taurus G2c, and we're gonna put some rounds through it and let you see how it shoot, how smooth it shoot and everything. Now, we also will be shooting some Blazer 9mm. So we're gonna be shooting that. It's gonna be some Blazer brass 9mm, and so I'll be shooting the full metal jacket, and just to show you how smooth that the Taurus G2c is and how smooth it shooting and everything. So we're gonna be doing that. So I'm gonna be doing some one-handed slow fire shooting. So here we go. So as you can see, I got the safety on. Take the safety off. And just check out the recoil. The trigger is real smooth. The trigger is real smooth. So you see how smooth that trigger and stuff is? It's very smooth. It's not really what you call heavy. And a lot of people talk about the trigger and stuff. So do some double taps. Very smooth. Very reliable. See that right there? Very smooth. Like I said, I recommend the Taurus G2c. Very awesome firearm for the price. See that right there? The trigger is not bad. The trigger is not that bad. A lot of people complain about the trigger. The trigger is not that bad. So watch this right here. See that right there? Like I said, the Taurus, very awesome, very smooth shooting, very reliable. You just seen it. Now I had them probably put a good 150 rounds through it, no problem whatsoever. So you just seen the shooting video of, me shooting the Taurus G2c. We went through about 300 rounds flawlessly. It just ate it up. And also with shooting hollow points that I carry on a daily basis, flawless, no problem whatsoever. Now, leaving you with this when it comes to this Taurus G2c, you need to think about budget friendly, the price, easy in maintenance, very reliable. And like I said, Taurus has really stepped their game up. There's plenty of videos showing you that this is a great phone. And, I'm here to tell you, if you have $300-400 to spend on the phone, get you 2 Tauruses. I got another Taurus that I'm going to be getting, a different one, but the same as this one, the G2c, just a different color. But I'm telling you right now, for a budget-friendly phone, get the Taurus G2c. If you're a prepper or somebody, you want to buy a certain amount of guns just to have, get the Taurus G2c. It's a good prepper gun to me. Stock up on them while you can. These are great budget phones, and they're going out the door, people. Every gun shop I've been in, and they're not saying it's a Glock. They're not saying it's a SIG. They're not saying it's a Smith & Wesson. You know what they're pointing at? It's the Taurus. It's the Taurus that's going out the door faster than any gun a lot of the gun shops can talk about. I'm talking about because people know that this is a very reliable phone, and it's just for the price, you can't beat it. You have, for $200, I could spend $200 on ammunition at Walmart easily. I could spend $200 buying certain parts and different and things for other guns and rifles and stuff easily. This Taurus G2c is only $200. If you got $250, get the Taurus for $200 and get you $50 worth of ammunition. You can't beat it, people. You can't beat it. Can't stress enough. If you're somebody stressing over getting a Glock or this Taurus G2c, go for the Taurus G2c. Get the Glock later. Go what you can afford. Now, if you got the money to get a Glock, get the Glock and the Taurus G2c. Nothing wrong with it. But, this will be my carry weapon. I will be carrying this. And I'm very confident in this Taurus G2c that it will defend my life. And I have Glocks. I love Glocks. I'm a strong supporter of Glocks. But this gun have just about most of the features that Glock has. Almost most of them. It's got the takedown lever. It's got the parts on the inside. Everything is similar to the Glock on the inside. But the difference is the price. So, go out to get the G2c under $200.
This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.